I never thought I'd be writing one of these posts. I always figured I'd be the guy giving advice, not desperately asking for it. But here we are. I'm 36. My soon-to-be ex-wife is 34. Let's call her Leah, because calling her by her real name makes me want to throw my phone across the room. We've been married for 8 years. Together for 11. No kids, just a house we poured way too much money into, a shared Spotify premium, and a French bulldog named Tank who still sleeps between us like we are some happy suburban couple. We weren't perfect, but I thought we were solid. She was funny, sharp, confident in that I know what I want kind of way. I always liked that about her. Or at least I thought I did, until I realized she wasn't just strong-willed, she was a damn hurricane when things didn't go her way. Looking back now, there were signs. Hindsight's a hell of a thing. It started small. Her laugh stopped sounding the same. She stopped waiting for me to get home before starting dinner. Sometimes she wouldn't eat at all. Her phone started living face down, then got a password. She started working late more, even though she's a marketing manager who used to brag about her 4 p.m. wine Fridays. One night I joked, "Are you having an affair with your boss or just a bottle of Mellow?" She just rolled her eyes and said, "Grow up." That stung more than I admitted. Still, I chalked it up to stress. Or maybe I was just afraid of seeing the truth too early. But everything came crashing down way faster than I could have predicted. It was a Tuesday night. I remember because it was supposed to be our Taco Tuesday tradition, a dumb little ritual we kept even when everything else started falling apart. But that night, Leah texted me at 6:42 p.m. Super swamped. Not gonna make it. Just eat without me? All right, fine. I wasn't thrilled, but I didn't suspect anything, yet. I went to bed early, figuring she'd crawl in later. She didn't. Not until 2:13 a.m. I woke up when Tank jumped off the bed and ran to the door. She came in smelling like some cologne that definitely wasn't mine, and her makeup was still half done, like she'd been in a rush or didn't care. She kissed me on the forehead. The forehead. Like I was her in grandpa. The next day, something in my gut just twisted. I couldn't ignore it anymore. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I checked her iPad. She never used it. It was practically a paperweight on the bookshelf. But it was still synced to her iMessages. I opened the app, and I swear to God, my stomach dropped so hard I thought I was going to pass out. The first name I saw? Zach. Not her boss. Not her coworker. Not even a random name. Zach is my best friend. My best man at our wedding. I opened the thread. Flirty texts. Emojis I hadn't seen her send me in months. Photos. Voice notes. Her in that red dress she told me she got rid of because it didn't fit anymore. Lies. So many lies. And then the one that made my hands start shaking uncontrollably. He's clueless. I almost feel bad. Almost. I sat on the floor for what felt like hours, just scrolling, rereading, spiraling. And just like that, the woman I thought I knew, the woman I built my life around, became a stranger with a smirk and a secret. I didn't sleep that night. Just laid there in the dark with Tank curled up next to me, like he knew something was wrong. I kept hearing her voice in my head, laughing in those texts. The word clueless echoing like a damn drumbeat. I wasn't just angry, I was numb. Like my brain short-circuited and couldn't decide whether to cry, scream, or puke. The next morning, I made coffee like usual. She waltzed into the kitchen like nothing happened, wearing my hoodie like she hadn't burned a hole through our life the night before. Morning, she chirped, kissing me on the cheek. I didn't respond. She raised an eyebrow. You okay? I took a sip of coffee, then said as calmly as I could, How long have you been *****ing Zach? Her face went pale. Like, movie-style pale. What the hell are you talking about? She said, too fast. Too fake. I saw the messages, Leah. Silence. Just dead air. Like someone muted the world. She blinked, looked away, then gave this breathy little laugh. Wow. I can't believe you went through my stuff. That's a huge violation. A violation. She was caught red-handed, and her first move was to flip the blame on me. Classic. I stood up. Don't deflect. Don't play games. Just tell me the truth. And for a second, I swear I saw it, that flicker of guilt behind her eyes. But it vanished as quickly as it came. She crossed her arms and went into full PR mode. It wasn't serious. It was a mistake. It just happened. I laughed. Couldn't help it. A mistake? You've been sneaking around with my best friend for months. That's not a mistake. That's *****ing lifestyle. Then came the waterworks. Not real tears. The performance. She started crying, saying how she felt neglected, how I changed, how Zach was just there when she needed someone to talk to. No apology. No remorse. Just excuses wrapped in self-pity. It didn't mean anything, she kept saying. I still love you. I stared at her for a long time and said, then why did it look like you were having the time of your life behind my back? And with that, I walked out of the room. Not because I was done talking, because I was 2 seconds from losing it. I didn't want to yell. I wanted to destroy something. But I didn't. Not yet. Because somehow, I still hadn't hit rock bottom. After I left the kitchen, I went straight to the garage and just sat there. No lights. No phone. Just me, Tank, and the cold sting of betrayal clawing its way through my chest. I kept replaying everything in my head, our wedding, our late-night drives, the way she used to look at me like I was her whole damn world. And then I'd hear her say, it didn't mean anything, and it felt like someone was stabbing me in the ribs with a dull knife. The worst part? I wanted to believe her. Even after all the lies. That's how deep she had her hooks in me. I didn't eat that day. Didn't shower. Just sat in that damn garage, trying to breathe through the emotional wreckage. That night, I heard her packing a bag. She didn't even say anything, just walked past me like I was the ghost now. When I finally went back inside, she'd left a note on the kitchen table. Not even handwritten. Just a printed sheet folded in half with 3 words. I need space. That was it. No, I'm sorry. No, let's talk. No, I'll explain. Just *****ing memo. It hit me then. She wasn't confused, or broken, or momentarily lost. She was done. At least with the version of me who expected loyalty, respect, or, hell, even honesty. That night I drank. I don't usually. But I did. 2 glasses of whiskey. Then another. Then another. I ended up sitting on the floor with Tank's head in my lap, sobbing like a child. I kept asking myself, what did I miss? When did I become invisible? But no answer ever came. Just silence. That cold, suffocating silence that comes when everything you thought was solid starts to crumble under your feet. That was my first night alone. And it wouldn't be the last. I thought the worst was over. I mean, how do you top your wife sleeping with your best friend? Turns out, you can. About a week after she left, I started noticing some weird activity on our shared accounts. Our Netflix kept logging me out. Spotify would randomly start playing music I never listened to, shitty indie playlists and these cringed love songs she used to send Zach in their texts. It was like her ghost was still haunting my logins. Whatever. Petty. I let it slide. Until I got a call from my bank. They asked if I'd authorized a $2,400 transfer to a Z. Harper 3 days prior. Guess who that is? Yup. Zach. My best friend. My wife's affair partner. Now apparently also her financial dependent. Turns out she used our joint credit card to send him money via a Cash App. She must have figured I wouldn't notice since she always handled the bills. Big mistake. I froze the accounts immediately and confronted her via text. Using our money to fund your little affair now? Real classy, Leah. Her response? Don't be dramatic. He's helping me move. It was just a loan. I was going to pay it back. I swear, if I could transmit rage through a screen, my phone would have exploded in her hand. That's when I realized, she wasn't just selfish. She was calculated. She wasn't sorry. She wasn't broken. She was strategic. She'd already moved on, and now she was trying to leave with whatever pieces of me she could still carry. And Zach? He didn't even try to reach out. Not even to say sorry. Not even to pretend. Which made me wonder. How long had this been going on? Because if someone's willing to burn a decade-long friendship, screw your wife, and take your money, that's not a one-time mistake. That's a campaign. So I did what I should have done weeks ago. I called Zach's fiancé. Yeah, forgot to mention, he was engaged. And when I told her everything, she didn't cry. She didn't yell. She just said, "This isn't the first time." Boom. Apparently, Zach had a pattern. Different women. Same game. And now Leah was just another notch in his narcissistic little belt. And suddenly, I wasn't sad anymore. I was furious. After I spoke to Zach's fiancé, well, ex-fiancé now, something in me finally snapped the right way. For weeks, I'd been spiraling, crying, drinking, barely existing. But that call? That conversation? It was like a switch flipped. I wasn't the fool anymore. I was the guy who got played, but I wasn't going to stay that way. I took the next few days to get my S***T together. Cancelled all joint cards. Locked down my credit. Changed every password I could think of. Took Leah off the deed. Yeah, I had a layer ready fast. Even created a new Spotify account, because I didn't want her disgusting playlists anywhere near my ears again. I also texted her one last time. I'm done. Lawyers will be in touch. Don't contact me unless it's legal. No, I still love you. No, why did you do this? Just cold, clean, final. And let me tell you, the silence was delicious. For the first time in weeks, I started feeling like me again. I shaved. Cleaned the garage. Reconnected with a few old friends I'd drifted from because I'd spent so much time orbiting Leah's every whim. One of them even said, "Dude, it's like you came back from the dead." Exactly how it felt. And the more I rebuilt myself, slowly, painfully, the more I realized just how much of myself I'd given up to keep that marriage alive. How many lies I'd swallowed. How much gaslighting I'd taken as normal conflict. And then she came back. Not physically. Just a text. "Hey, can we talk?" That was it. No apology. No emotion. Just entitlement. Like I was a show she'd paused and decided to hit play again. I stared at that message for 5 minutes. Then blocked her number. No fireworks. No revenge plan. Just nothing. Because nothing is the loudest thing you can give someone who only ever wanted control. Blocking her felt like peeling off a soaked, moldy bandage. Gross, overdue, but so damn satisfying. She didn't reach out again. At least not directly. Instead, I started getting texts from mutual friends. "Hey man, Leah says you're being cold. She's really hurting too. You sure you don't want to just talk it through? People make mistakes." "Oh, really?" Sleeping with my best friend. Lying for months. Using our joint money to support him like she was funding her own betrayal Kickstarter. That's a mistake? Nah. That's a choice. Repeated ones. I didn't respond to anyone. Not because I didn't have words. I had plenty of words. But because I didn't owe anyone an explanation. Not anymore. So instead of writing back, I sat down and wrote something for me. A letter. Not to her. To myself. It started with, "You are not a backup plan. You are not a doormat. You are not the villain for walking away from someone who lit the house on fire and asked why you were screaming." I taped that letter inside my closet door. Every morning, I saw it. And every morning, it reminded me, I survived her. Then came the final move. I filed for divorce. No warning, no drawn-out discussions. My lawyer sent the papers. She tried to stall. Said she was too emotional to make decisions. I didn't care. I gave her exactly what she gave me for months. Distance. Indifference. Closure without comfort. She finally signed. It's been 6 months. 6 long, quiet, heavy, healing months. The divorce is finalized. The house is mine. Tank still claims the middle of the bed like a furry little emotional support anchor, and I let him. He's earned it more than most people in my life ever did. I still get the occasional social media ping, someone liking an old photo of us, or a memory popping up that feels like a punch to the gut. But it doesn't hit the same anymore. It used to make my chest cave in. Now it just makes me shake my head and move on. Here's the truth, I don't miss her. I miss the idea of her. The version of her I thought I loved. The future I imagined we were building. But that version? That life? It never existed. I loved a mask. And once it slipped, there was no going back. I learned a few things the hard way. Maybe this can help someone reading. Listen to your gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Don't gaslight yourself because someone else is too good at lying. You don't know anyone loyalty who treats you like a backup plan. Love doesn't mean letting yourself rot in someone else's comfort zone. Silence is powerful. You don't have to scream to be heard. Sometimes walking away without a word is the loudest thing you'll ever do. You will survive. It won't feel like it at first. It'll feel like drowning in invisible cement. But day by day, piece by piece, you'll come back. And not just as the person you were, but as someone stronger. To anyone else reading this while sitting in a dark room, wondering how it all went so wrong. You're not broken. You're just clearing out the lies so there's space to rebuild something honest. Keep going. Your peace is waiting on the other side of their betrayal.